Welcome back, guys, to the Alex Tries to Farm channel. Thanks for tuning in. We got a lot of things we're going to do in this video, but the first thing I want to do is go check on the little piglets, the new ones, because if you watched the last video, we got their water barrel installed. Peanut butter's off the nipple, so I'm hoping that means they're using it, but let's go look and see. All right, it is windy today. It's March for you. Let's go check on the little guys. Hey, fellas. Hey. We're getting a little more comfortable. They're still a little skittish. Come here. Oh, made me jump. All right, I'll let you be. This is the water barrel we put in. Well, it looks like all the peanut butter is gone. And there's a lot of water in here. It does have a little bit of drip, but I'm assuming they're using it, which was the plan. So thankfully, and the reason I'm going with a barrel instead of either like an open just drum they can get in, things like that, is right now I'm trying to keep their water as clean as possible for now. And then eventually, we're out here every day, so filling the drum up's not a big deal. I don't have a water supply tapped to the drum all the time because it's wintertime. I've got to worry about it freezing. So, like I said, it's not that big a deal to fill the drum up with water. Plus, I can easily clean the drum. All right, so first thing on the list today is I have all this dirt. And I know it doesn't look like dirt, but there is. All this is just grass spread over the dirt. I tore out an old driveway up here a couple years ago. And this is the dirt I kind of accumulated. It does have some gravel and, well, as you can see, chunks of asphalt. So nothing major, no big pieces of asphalt. That's mainly back there in those piles. And we'll end up hauling that off to either to a landfill recycler. But I'm gonna take this dirt, and I have a giant hole right here beside the driveway. And the reason there's a giant hole beside the driveway is right over here. Along this bank right here used to be kind of a straight drop off. I built a retaining wall out of some concrete footers from an old church. I worked for a demolition company, and we hauled some footers up here, and I made a wall out of it. But I went to go start building a pole barn, and needless to say, that was a failed project thanks to some deer. But anyway, so I used that dirt for that bank. But because I used that dirt, and I have a massive hole beside the driveway, and when I say beside the driveway, it is like 8 feet from the driveway, and it is a deep one. So driveway, 20-foot deep hole. And like I said, it's about 8 feet right here, but I'm just gonna get a skid steer up here. There's a little bit of brush. I kind of threw off in here. I was gonna make it a little bit of a burn pit for a little while, but that's kind of a waste anyway. So I end up filling this hole up, and hopefully over time, whatever, because nothing's going over there right now. You know, the rain, it'll settle, kind of compact itself. I'm not going to worry about compaction. I don't have to. Not a big deal. So let's go hop in this tractor and let's move some dirt. All right, let's get this thing fired up. And we're spoiled today. We're in an enclosed cab. It is chilly outside. But first, we got to get the forks off, put the bucket on, and that lumber right there actually salvaged from a house we were tearing down yesterday. So free lumber for another little pig like shed or for the goats. Alrighty, bucket is on, and we're gonna move some dirt. I have to be careful as I dump this because the hole is actually at an angle, so as I pick the bucket, the tractor tries to tilt. That being said, I don't want to fall off in the hole. Away we go. After about 1,000 trips back and forth in that skid steer, I'm wore out. It's like 4 hours later, but this looks a lot better. Got it cleared out. Got the got my implements put kind of lined back up, some bush hogs and disc and things like the box blades over there. Got some extra riprap piled up, different poles and things like that, but looks a lot better. Open this area up a lot. So now we used to be able to get tractor trailers in here and turn around. So hopefully now we can get it back up here. So project 1 down. All right, guys, project number 2, and I'll be honest with you, it's day number 2. I got wore out yesterday spreading that. I'm getting old. Plus, it was a nice windy day, and we had some kites the wife got for the kids, so we stood up here on the hill and flew the kites, and it was fun. I hadn't flew a kite since I was, I don't know, I was probably 10 years old, so it was a good time. I remember as a kid, though, it was very hard pulling the kite back down when you got it up in the air, but I guess I'm a lot bigger now, so it was a lot easier, but it was fun. So, actually, we'll call this project 1.5 because, believe it or not, I live in the southeast. I know that's probably believable by the way I talk, but I still heat with oil. So I ran out of oil thinking, it's end of the winter. Yeah, it's springtime's a little bitter right now. So I got a little bit of fuel in the tank on the back of the truck. I'm gonna put a few gallons in the tank so we can get the heat going because it is chilly and space heaters love to use power. So let's get that done. And then I'll show y'all the real project number 2. Well, let's check on the piggies as we stroll by. Oh, there they are. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hey. Good morning. All right, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Got our garden on. And just like that, we have oil delivery. All right, so the real project number 2, and I always love doing this. I don't know why, maybe I'm crazy, but we get to burn some brush. Fair amount of brush, not too bad, but big pile of brush. This right here. So we were hit by Helene about 5 months ago and generated a lot of brush. This brush has nothing to do with that. Funny enough, this has been sitting here for a couple of years. Every time I want to burn it, just don't have the opportunity. Oh, there's the neighbor's dog. That one right there. He likes to come hang out. But if he eats my pigs, we have a problem. Anyway, every time I go to burn that brush, it's either windy, not enough rain, so on and so forth. So today, I feel like would be a good day. We had rain a couple of days ago. Not a lot, but enough to get the ground wet. It is March. We do have a lot of wind, but luckily that was yesterday. Today, I believe we're going to be okay. No bigger than that fire will be. I think we'll be okay. So I'm going to hop in the skid steer. I got a little bit more brush to add to the pile. And once we do that, we'll put a little diesel fuel on the wood and we'll get the fire going. At this point, I feel like it's our dog. I don't know. What do you guys think? So that wasn't too bad. Everything kind of piled up neatly. Got a little dirt in there, but I don't think it's going to mess up the starter flame at the base. So I'm gonna show you guys what I normally use to get the fire started. Hopefully it'll work. I don't have as much as I normally use, but I think it should be enough. So what I like to use is I have a lot of kindling pieces made out of old creosote and then diesel fuel. So I try to soak the wood. I'll put it inside the middle of the fire, and typically that stuff will get hot enough and not go out and should set a nice little blaze. All right, as you can see, I got one piece there and another piece underneath it. And just like that, we have a flame. It should slowly start creeping its way onto that piece and hopefully ignite this whole pile of brush. All right, so it's probably been a couple of minutes. Took a little bit, but as you can see, it's starting to take off. And what I ended up doing was taking another piece, catching it on fire, and putting it in a couple of different places. So hopefully it'll take off. This stuff has been sitting for a long time. There's no leaves, so everything should be pretty contained here. Shouldn't get a whole lot of ash off of it. It's purely just wood. Because a lot of times when you burn brush with leaves on it, you know, the leaves take off and it just, you know, it could be a problem. I have woods, they're fair ways away, but yeah, it looks like the tire's taking off pretty good, which is nice because it's a chilly day, so the fire actually feels pretty good. It always amazes me how fast the fire can take off. Maybe a minute later and already nice and hot, right in the core. The wind is blowing a little bit, so it's helping the fire migrate through the brush pile, and should have this pile gone in no time. Well, after losing part of my mustache right here, just kidding, that's genetics. Got the fire, that's all that's left of it. Got it pushed up. I'm hoping the logs burn. I'm not sure if they will, because it wasn't that big of a brush pile to get that hot, even though it is pretty hot. But what doesn't finish getting burned off, I've got a giant pile back toward the wood line where I'm just gonna stage the rest of this. Originally, this was a parking area, and I just got lazy and kind of staged brush here. It happens. So anyway, get this thing burned down, and we'll see how much is left after the fire goes out. All right, we're taking a farm chore break. We're gonna hang out the lake for a little bit. Take a break. Cane pole fishing. Man, guys, just made it back home. Not gonna quite get to do project number 3 yet. Still gonna be in this video, so hang tight. But we just got back from the lake, had a great time with the kids. Did some cane pole fishing. It's simple, but it's great for the young ones. And I tell you what, man, family's just important, and they grow up too fast. So we got home, do like I normally do. We're gonna charcoal grill right here on the back of the truck. Nothing fancy, just got the old chimney down there, burning up the coals. Once the ash over, we're gonna throw some ribeyes on there and have us a good dinner. Looking good. Fire's looking good over there too. Morning, guys. Well, mid-morning, I guess, but either way, had a great time yesterday with the kiddos. Cane pole fishing, went on the boat for a little bit, had a good time. Like I said, they grow up fast, so enjoy them. I was gonna do part of the video burying this line, but I'm trying to keep my videos under 15 minutes because I know watching sometimes videos can get old. So I understand that, so I'm gonna respect that. We're gonna keep it under 15 minutes. So we'll save that for another time. I did go ahead though, real quick, let me show you. I did widen my fence out so I could walk around it with the electric fence. I did that real quick off camera. There was nothing to it. I just slid my poles out and add a little bit of line. You just tie the poly wire, no big deal. But that was it for that. I'll let you guys see the pigs over there wallering. See if we can see them. Oh goodness, someone's jealous. Blue, you being jealous, buddy? He said, no, Daddy, I see bacon, I'm hungry. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you could subscribe, like, comment, it does help the channel. And I want this channel to grow multiple reasons, but for one, I want this to kind of become like a family so we can all learn everybody's experiences on farming, learn tips and tricks from each other. But anyway, catch you guys on the next one.